This program is for students of English, ESL and DFL students, who must write a short essay for an English test like the IELTS exam. In the IELTS exam, students must write a short 250-word essay in about 45 minutes. So it is important to know how to write a good essay. This program will answer just two questions. What is an essay, and how can we write, or how can we answer a simple essay question? An essay is a form of persuasive writing used widely in schools and universities. The purpose of the essay is to persuade a reader to believe or appreciate the writer's opinion or point of view on a given subject. Generally, an essay has three stages. First of all, the writer presents their opinion or position on the given subject. Then they must support that position with a series of arguments before finally restating their position on the topic. It's important to remember that there are no right or wrong answers to an essay question. The English test really is assessing your ability to communicate your ideas clearly in English. But it is important that you make your position on the topic clear and develop your arguments logically to support that position, and that your final piece of writing is coherent and understandable. Let's look now at an essay question. Okay, so our essay question is: education should be free. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So the topic is free education, and you're asked to what extent or how much do you agree with this idea of free education. Now, as I said, there's no right or wrong answer. You could agree or disagree. You could say, yes, education should be free, or no, education should not be free. The user should pay. On this occasion, we're just going to agree with the proposition that education should be free and argue for free education. So, to begin with, we state our position. Education should be free. Then we need to develop arguments for free education. Why should education be free? Well, if education's free, everybody can access schooling. So they can learn to read and write. So they will become literate, and as a result, there will be more social equality and less disadvantage. The second argument: if education is free, then people can develop their skills, so they will become more effective and productive workers. And this is good for the economy. So a third argument for free education would be that if people can access schooling, they can understand each other's differences. They can understand each other's religious and cultural differences. So they will become more tolerant, and as a result there will be less social conflict, and there will be more social harmony. So there we have three arguments for free education: two social and one economic argument. Now let's move on and develop this plan into a proper essay. Okay, so once we've made our plan, we're ready to write the essay, and we can try and extend our ideas a little bit more. So we can begin with, in my opinion, education should be free. There are a number of social and economic reasons for free education. First of all, free education means that everyone can access schools and library resources. There are no restrictions on access, regardless of whether you are rich or poor. Everyone will be able to develop their reading and writing skills, and as a result, society will become more equal. There will be less social disadvantage. Secondly, this is our economic reason, there are economic advantages to free education. If everyone can develop their skills and knowledge, they will become more productive workers. This is good for the country's economy, as it will make us more internationally competitive with other countries. Thirdly, free education means that there will be more social harmony, as people learn about each other's differences, including religious and cultural differences, they will become more tolerant. A more tolerant and understanding society means there will be less social conflict. In conclusion, the social and economic reasons or advantages of free education are overwhelming. If people can develop their knowledge and skills, they will become more tolerant, more productive, and society will become more egalitarian. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, so you probably noticed that the language I used in that essay was formal and academic, and perhaps at times a little bit difficult or technical. So it's something to keep in mind when you are preparing for an English test. It is important to develop your vocabulary so that you can express your ideas more freely and more easily. In the next program, I'm going to look at some of the language features of an essay and talk about some of the things you should not do in a test situation.